They don't even get that there's 52 universes in DC. All of them have their own different versions of these characters. Some of them don't even exist in those other universes, right? But we know for a fact that Superman isn't the same across the board on all of these universes. He's not. He's never going to be the same. That was the point of them creating the 52 universe structure, because they wanted to tell different stories. If you think about the recent DC films, they sunk because they stunk.
Yeah,
they didn't take themselves serious enough.
I think the problem is that Warner Brothers has a problem with they cannot commit to anything. As I was saying in my super chat, is that because when Batman Returns came out, it did a little bit less than the first one, and then they decided they wanted to sell toys and merchandising. So, and even then, even with the third one, Forever, they meddled with the Joel Schumacher movie, and it became what it was. And I think that regarding the BVS debacle that happened after, it's mostly because everybody told them, well, most of the critics, because they tore the movie apart before it came out, they said, oh, it doesn't look like the MCU. It doesn't feel like the MCU. So we decide, okay, on the superhero movie has to look only one way. It's only one way that you can make a superhero movie. And
they trying to bring it back to Batman Forever days.
And then they brought in
that's what they want.
They brought in as the CEO of DC movies, Josh Jones. And I like his Green Lantern run, but he wasn't the guy. He wasn't the guy.
You know what? That goes to show you they don't have any backbone, because
he wasn't the guy. And also,
yeah.
And the thing is that Geoff Jones from the get-go, he wasn't a fan of Snyder. He was always a fan of Richard Donner, because he did a comic book run on Superman with Richard Donner. That was the last Son of Krypton, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so he was a big Donner fan. So yeah.
We got the clown is back. He said, Man of Steel was a sad, miserable Superman. We thought we were watching a Batman movie. It was so dark. Superman is not Blade or Batman. James Gunn understands that. Rest in peace, DCU. Oh, so you making it about the DCU? Bro,
yeah. Has anyone ever said that?
I want to answer to Sankara. I think that he gets the wrong idea about who Superman really is, because
the problem is these people don't know nothing about no damn Superman.
Yeah.
They don't know about no damn Superman. When I hear a motherfucker say, wait, let me tell you this. When I hear somebody say, I was a kid when Richard Donner came out, shut up. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. I don't want to hear nothing. If Richard Donner's Superman made you a fan of Superman, so be it. But stop acting like that is Superman. There's multiple versions of Superman. Dude, it's like they don't even get that there's 52 universes in DC. All of them have their own different versions of these characters. Some of them don't even exist in those other universes, right? But we know for a fact that Superman isn't the same across the board on all of these universes. He's not. He's never going to be the same. That was the point of them creating the 52 universe structure, because they wanted to tell different stories. So when you picked up a comic book and they made it clear that you was on Earth 2, you should not be asking about Earth 1. You should be understanding at that time that you're reading an Earth 2 Superman story. They're not giving you anything different if they're going to tell the same shit over and over and over again. They're not. What they're going to give you any different? This is almost like you watch football, right? And all the teams, every team does the same play every time. You're not going to get bored. I'm going to stop watching football if everybody is doing the same thing. There's a reason why the Philadelphia Eagles are so amazing right now. It's because of all the tricks that they are doing right now. People love that shit. Innovation. We don't want regression. We want progression when it comes down to these characters. I don't want to keep reading the same story all over again. There's a reason why when Superman snapped Zod's neck, I said, I like that because it gave me a different perspective of Superman, and not to mention what is going to be the outcome of this. I wanted to see that come to fruition, man. I wanted to see them, build up on that moment. It's different.
Yeah,
I don't understand why people act like that. It's different.
I agree.
Yeah, I think
agree.
that I think that sometimes when they say, "Okay, Man of Steel is too dark," what? It is too dark. Why? Because you didn't like the color grading. It's because because of that. I'm saying that's all you got, and I'm saying
that's all you got.
Seriously, stop thinking Superman is a goofy character. He is not. He never was.
What makes Man of Steel dark?
I mean, I guess they were stuck in my opinion, they were stuck in the past, the Richard Donner version, because Richard Donner version was more a friendly version. I mean, a friendly family version, and people stuck to it. Like I said, when I first started, I enjoyed the Richard Donner version because I was a child. And when I grew up, I realized I wanted to see something else. As a child, I enjoyed it. As even as a teenager, I wanted to see something else. So when I was a young adult and I saw the Superman Returns, I understand why the movie, but I didn't like it because it reminded me of Christopher Reeve that I still like as a child. Now, as a grown man, when I saw Man of Steel, I enjoyed it because it was more mature, more, in my opinion, closer to what Superman is. Even if Superman doesn't want to kill, but at the end, he killed the guy because I had no choice. And then you start to question, what will be the future? Will he kill again? Or is it just the start of the beginning of something else? What will it be?
Something different.
Yeah, exactly. You need to understand, since you said at the beginning, is a fictional character, and this is the beauty of art. You can create something different all the time. And the difficulty is to please as much people as you can. That's the problem. That's the huge challenge. Go ahead.
I got a new one. Imagine walking into a museum and all of the paintings are the same. Would I pay the ticket for that?
Yeah.
Everybody paid the same. Exactly. It don't matter what size the sculpture is. It's the damn same.
Absolutely.
Go to the next museum. It's the same. It's the same thing. I'm like, God damn. It's this. I don't want that for comic book characters. I don't want that. Exactly. Now, don't get me wrong. Some things are questionable. Like the female Silver Surfer. I'm like, look, I want Norman Rad. I don't want his old lady. I want him. And it's not that I hate that you got a female as Silver Surfer. It's just that that's not the character that I want. I want Norman Rad. There's some things that you could say, man, that's a stupid switch. But to say it's dumb for Superman to challenge his moral values or the story to do that, then that is absolutely ridiculous. You're still getting Superman.
What? Correct. Let me go even further, because there is a version when Superman becomes a dictator. Now what? So you can try out in the comic books. Superman becomes a dictator.
That's the Red Sun. That's the Red Sun Superman, and people are like, oh man, fantastic story. But if you tell that film, make that film, they're gonna say that's not Superman. Y'all are ridiculous.
Exactly.
Y'all are ridiculous. Y'all are ridiculous. Superman.
That's why they all hate Injustice. But personally, Injustice is a great story.
It is.
It is a great story. Question yourself. Yeah.
It's literally a what if story if things were reality. Like if Superman was a real person, he was a real person, he would lose it with his wife and child being murdered by the Joker. And he would also be mad at Batman because, like I said, when you go back to Man of Steel, they talk about he kills Zod. What damn prison you was gonna hold him in? But when he got out, Zod was going to instantly start killing people before Superman even got there. So if Superman kills him, he ain't got to worry about that no more. Now you go to Batman. You let the Joker get away so many damn times. Look how many lives you caused to die.
And
this is your problem.
And for the
and
record,
for what?
The Joker didn't murder Lois Lane. Superman in Injustice did.
Yeah, right. He did the smoke, the gas and the poison. You're right. I'm sorry about that. He came up with the plan to do so.
Yeah, the fear gas and
kryptonite. Right. Yeah. Right. I forgot about that.
I want to quickly open the door. Do you remember the movie Brightburn?
Yeah. I watched that movie.
Okay. What if, because it's clearly not an homage, but a wink to Superman. What if Superman was evil?
Right, and they had a lot of people say they liked it because of that. They got a lot of people that say they liked it because of that.
And this is exactly the point of Brightburn. What if Superman was evil, actually? Because what if Superman was raised by criminals? Because he was raised by good people, so became a good man, and decided to serve the planet, blah, 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 blah. But what if he was raised by criminals?
Well, we kind of got a Superman like that. That was the Superman from Gods and Monsters. You ever watched that one before? Yeah, you kind of got a Superman like that. He was kind of like that too. He really got raised by people that wasn't all that good. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then I believe he also was a Hispanic descent, but he was still Superman. He was from Krypton and so on and so forth. He was still from that, So we did get that, and that storyline was like, I would say a 6 out of 10. Because they don't understand that Darkseid doesn't have a different version of him. They don't get that in that storyline for some reason. They saying that like Darkseid was good and so on and so forth. No, there's only one version of Darkseid. Now that's the only thing I hate about the animated film. But when it comes down to everything else, it was pretty damn good. It was pretty good. The action, the little mystery, and not to mention the way the story unfolded, it was pretty damn good. And he wasn't a bad Superman. By the end of that, guess what? He realized that he was doing his job wrong. He still became the Superman that we all envisioned by the end of that animated film. It's about the build up on the character, and people don't want that anymore. They want the shortcuts. They want the let's get into established universes already. But a few years ago, that was a problem.